Hello, witches. I am High Priestess Autumn Venus. Today is a very special day for my family, and that is my great Aunt Thelma would have been turning 105 years old. Now, stick with me. Don't go off this live. Don't stop watching the replay. Listen to what happened to me today on what would have been my great Aunt Thelma's 105th birthday. My great aunt, because she always corrected me to say that she is my great aunt. My great Aunt Thelma, let me show you what she looked like. This is my great Aunt Thelma. She was born in 1918 on today, June 18th. And she passed away on May 18th, 2011. So that would make her 92 years old. Me and my great Aunt Thelma were very close. We were very, very close. I was not close with my other aunts. I was much, much closer with my great aunt. Me and her had a bond. I miss her every single day. My great Aunt Thelma. I miss her every single day. At least I have a place where I can visit her. She's buried here in New York and Long Island next to her husband. Her sisters and her brother are spread throughout the United States. And today, what happened was nothing short. It could not have been anybody else but Aunt Thelma. Now, if you recall, a couple of months ago, when I was outside, I told you, which is that I swear to goodness, I heard her voice. Remember, some of you witches might remember when I was outside taking care of some chores, I heard a woman that sounded identical to my great Aunt Thelma. You remember? I told you I almost had a crick in my neck. I almost twisted my ankle trying to turn around and see what this woman actually looked like, because she sounded identical to my great Aunt Thelma. I was like, what? Listen, I just said my great Aunt Thelma passed away in 2011. She does not visit me. Listen, my great Aunt Thelma would not come back from the dead. I know that the dead can communicate with us, but not her. She's tired. She was tired when she passed away. She would not be coming back. In the afterlife, she is reunited with her parents, her 3 sisters, and her brother, and her husband. She's not coming back. She was done. She was done. I knew that day of her passing was coming. I just knew it intuitively that her death was approaching. I knew it. I knew I only had a couple of days to say my goodbyes and to wish her well on the afterlife, and I did. So that's how I know she's not communicating with me. She's in the next life with her family members, with the family members that have passed away before her. She's not coming back. She's not going to communicate with me. She's not. She is not coming back to hang around or anything like that. But on certain days, like today, I said earlier, today would have been her 105th birthday. She was born in 1918. That's 105 years ago. I was in the supermarket just shopping for some stuff, and I hear this woman trying to comfort this child by singing this song. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. My great Aunt Thelma always used to sing that song to me when I was growing up. I have not heard that song in about I haven't heard that song since I was maybe 13 years old. I'm 32 now. And I almost twisted my ankle because I had to process, am I really hearing this song? And she continued to sing it to the child to try to comfort the child, to stop her from crying and carrying on. That was the song my great aunt Thelma used to sing to me when I was a little girl. And I haven't heard that song since I was 13 years old. I'm currently 32 years old at the time of this live broadcast. I was like, oh. And today is her birthday. Today is my great aunt Thelma's birthday. I tell you witches all the time, your loved ones are never really gone. Your loved ones can choose when or if they come back in some way, or send a sign in some way that they are fine and that you need to stop crying and carrying on and get out of bed. Stop being depressed over their passing. I say that all the time, especially to witches, because witches tend to be more involved in the occult. Witches tend to be more involved in the supernatural. Witches tend to be more in communication with loved ones that have passed away. Loved ones that have passed away that you truly love in life will always give you signs that they are still around. If you ask them. Only if you ask them. Now, that does not guarantee that you will get a sign when you want it, but you will always get it. If you truly, I do mean this, if you truly love that person in life. Me and my great Aunt Thelma were super, super close. I was 20 when she passed away in 2011. Like I said, she's buried here in New York and Long Island. Next to her husband, her siblings, and her parents are buried throughout the country. But at least I have a place where I can visit her. At least I have a place where I can actually visit her and lay down flowers. That's the only thing you can do at that cemetery. You can't leave souvenirs. You can't leave coins at that graveyard because you you get kicked out. It's a military cemetery that she's buried in because her husband served in World War II. So she's buried next to him. She always had that burial plot. But today was very special to me because it's her birthday. It's my great Aunt Thelma's birthday. I'm so excited that she gave me a sign. I tell you witches all the time. If you ask for a sign, you will get a sign. If you don't ask, the answer is always no. If you want a sign from your God, your goddess, your ancestor, your familiar, your spirit animal, you have to ask. If you don't ask, the answer will always be no. Ask and keep asking. You're not annoying your loved ones. Maybe they're doing something else in the afterlife and we'll get back to you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad my great Aunt Thelma, see, I'm trying not to get emotional. I'm glad that my great Aunt Thelma reached out to me today on her birthday by having me hear that song that she used to sing to me when I was a little girl. I'm so happy to have experienced that. I know I was put in that grocery store today for a reason. And that was the reason. That was the sign I asked for my aunt, my great aunt. I always have to make sure to say my great aunt because she would get angry if I said my Aunt Thelma. I would always have to say, when introducing her to people, I will have to say, oh, this is my great Aunt Thelma. I could never say, hello everyone, this is my Aunt Thelma. She's a great aunt. She's a great aunt. And, growing up with her in my life, of course I still miss her. Of course, I still wish she was here. Of course I do. I loved her with all my heart. I will always miss her. Always. But as I've said before, which is when you ask for a sign, you will get a sign. You have to ask and keep on asking, and you will get it. You're not being annoying. You're not being irritating. You have to ask. You have to ask. We don't ask, the answer will always be no. You have to ask. So I wanted to share this supernatural experience that I had today with my great Aunt Thelma making contact with me. I'm happy that she did. And of course, I wished her a very, very happy 105th birthday. And in the afterlife, I know she's enjoying it with her siblings and her parents. She didn't have any children. She never had any children. I don't think she wanted children because she has so many nieces and nephews and great nephews and great niece, so she didn't feel like she wanted children because I guess I was enough. I was enough. And witches have lots of supernatural experiences, especially when they know what they know, and witches know that they are not hallucinating or seeing things or going crazy. No, you're not. You're not. You know that it's a sign from your ancestor or a loved one that has passed on, because you know your ancestor, your loved one does not need to go through a medium to get to you. Your ancestor, your loved one does not have to go through a medium to get to you, to give you a sign that they are still around, or they are aware of you. So I wanted to share this experience with you because you need to know that the supernatural is very real, and that the people that have passed away before you will always send you signs if you ask for a sign. So thank you, witches, for joining me. Of course, I'm going to leave this up for the replay, and of course share it with any other witch that may have had or wanting to have a supernatural encounter with their loved one or their ancestor that has passed away before them. So thank you, witches, for joining me on this public live broadcast. And with that, I release you into the rest of your evening. Bye, everyone.